I don't know if you have gone to your local cinema recently and just looked at the posters of the selected movies. Try it someday and attempt to remember the posters that you saw. Then come back a month or so later and you might find yourself rather perplexed. It seems like nothing has changed. I mean, the posters sure look like they have been changed, but visually everything looks the same. This, I think, has to be the biggest offense of modern cinema. It is the same 5 or 6 designs rehashed over and over again. The back-to-back position of the two main characters, the triangular composition, and of course the very sexually suggestive between the legs shot. There are many other such examples, and all of them equally unimaginative and bland. They tell me nothing about what the movie is like or why is it different than the one that was previously there with the same poster. Without a doubt, the biggest offender of this has to be Marvel. The same triangular ensemble compositions, characters standing side by side in very static positions. These are highly dynamic and action-packed movies. For God's sakes, put some motion in your poster. Tell me, just by looking at these two posters, what would be different about the movies they represent? Or from just this poster, what is the movie about? Yes, these posters are colorful and may grab my eye, but that's where it ends. Once I focus on the poster, I am left with a movie title and some character faces. There is nothing to grab me or make me interested in the movie. In contrast, take one of my favorite movie posters which was made for Doctor Strangelove. What do you see? First thing that grabs my eye are the two large characters with their back towards me. From their position on the globe and the two flags, I can discern these are probably the leaders of the two world powers during the Cold War. Now I try to see what they're looking at. I see the planes flying out from the globe. So the movie is about a military conflict, specifically about planes. Following the leading lines, I am finally led to the title of the movie, which is cleverly shaped like a mushroom cloud. The caricature style and some of the details, like this woman's arm, tells me that the movie is probably a light-hearted comedy or satire. Everything you need to know about the movie in one single poster. Pure art. It is also visually very unique and memorable, so you will likely remember the movie for more than a few seconds of you just staring at the poster outside the cinema. However, naturally designing such a great poster is hard work. How do you compress a feature-length film to a single image? It is a hard and probably expensive design process. Studios, however, have no interest in investing in a good poster design. For them, it is much easier to choose the low-risk option, which is to pick the one that the market research tells you will appeal to the most likely to watch your film. Why bother reinventing the wheel where there already exists easy-to-make designs which attract viewers? Thus, the decision becomes governed largely by the producers and marketing department rather than the poster artist and the director of the movie. At the end though, everyone is happy, right? Hands are shaken, bills are paid, and everyone is recognized for their work. Wrong. The designers hardly ever receive attribution for their work, making their posters nameless, soulless works of a production machine rather than an individual expression. Thus, I want to bring your attention to some of my favorite poster designers throughout history and show you some of their incredible work. In fact, we wouldn't be in this mess of largely formulaic designs if it weren't for John Alvin. Think of the many contemporary, instantly recognizable visuals. E.T., Jurassic Park, Beauty and the Beast. This man has done them all. Blade Runner, Batman, Space Jam. Everyone nowadays is trying to copy his work. Personal favorite of his work has to be the design for the poster of Lion King. Most Disney posters nowadays look the same. The same composition, the same iconic smirk with raised eyebrow. But not this. This piece just screams grandeur. What do you see? The animals all facing towards the rock. On top of them, in greater saturation and contrast, we see a lion looking up. We follow his eyes, and with the help of the god rays, we are led to the lion in the clouds. If we follow the eyes of that lion, we are led to the title, The Lion King. I already showed you this poster by Tommy Unreger. This man was an absolute gigachat. On top of being a prolific writer, he designed 3 bangers of posters, and when that wasn't enough, he planned out a small aqueduct in his hometown of Strasbourg. I absolutely love all 3 posters he made, but his work kinda ends there. But perhaps one of the most prolific poster designers definitely has to be SAUL Bass, and my favorite work of his has to be the poster for Vertigo. The bright orange colors which demand your attention. The spirals going inwards, symbolizing the dizziness associated with vertigo. A man in the middle falling, holding onto the outline of a woman which appears almost like a ghost. The whole movie in one picture. Of course, no list of great posters can be complete without the work of the Sternberg Brothers. They defined the Soviet design. Their works are like no other. Bright color, collages, every character is in motion. They drew a lot of inspiration from the contemporary movements as productivism, constructivism, Dadaism, and purism. Vladimir, the elder of the two, explained their posters as eye-catching, designed to shock. We deal with the material in a free manner, disregarding actual proportions, turning figures upside down. In short, we employ everything that can make a busy passerby stop in their tracks, and that they achieved. Their posters have now become more popular than the movies they represented. It is in fact because I discovered their work that I felt prompted to make this video. But where do posters come into play in modern cinema? Back in the pre-trailer times, you had to choose a movie based on the poster. Then, with VHS tapes and DVDs, an interesting case cover could draw in more viewers. Nowadays, however, people choose movies primarily on the hype generated around them, whether through trailers or social media marketing. Still, though, thumbnails exist. When I'm browsing Netflix looking for something to watch, the poster is the first thing that catches my eye. And Netflix is very aware of this, hence why they show different thumbnails based on what your preferences are. Everything I have said so far applies to YouTube just as much as it does to the film industry. Some of the biggest channels utilize the same formula for their videos. Overly edited faces with some excited expression on them. Yes, it brings in the views. Yes, it makes easy to spot who the creator is. However, based on the thumbnail, what is different between these two videos? A good thumbnail can make your videos not only interesting, but very memorable. Even in my own personal experience, a more creative thumbnail does wonders. This video about an obscure topic like the Condorcet paradox was made in about one afternoon out of boredom, but thanks to the eye-catching thumbnail it has become one of my most viewed videos ever. I have had even people comment that it is the thumbnails which really grabbed them and made them watch my videos. Now, I don't claim to have created the greatest works of art for posters. No, they're still quite weak. I have a lot more to grow and learn. But my point is that I want to make clear the importance of an interesting and original poster which can both define your video in a single frame and grab the audience's attention. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And remember, modern movies suck, pay attention to your package, and now, fuck off.